Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be reviewing the Sorbo arm. And Sorbo actually sent me this to give it a try, and he also sent me this absolutely beautiful channel. I love that blue, isn't that nice? So I'm going to give these a try in tandem together today and see what the results are. So I'm doing a maintenance clean with it and a couple other maintenance cleans, but there's going to be some that haven't been cleaned in a while to really test out its ability. And I think Steve-O did a video on this already, but the idea of it is to have less detailing that is required when you're window cleaning. We'll see how I feel about it at the end. All right, let's get started. So coincidentally today I've actually been using the Sorbo scrubber already, so I am partial to this. I'm partial to this, especially when I'm using this Satori T-bar. It works really well. So I've already had experience using the Sorbo scrubbers. So, I guess the one odd thing I've noticed is like this is the Ungra bucket, so it gets stuck here in the corner trying to stick it in, so you gotta kind of put it at an angle, I guess. Not a big deal. So that was my first job using the S-Arm. First impressions are that it's actually not bad. There's a couple things that I think I would change on it. But I was using the mop, the scrubber, pretty wet. That job is almost completely in direct sunlight, so I like to use a little bit more water. It's a bit more sloppy, so I'm going to do another job here that should give me a better impression. What I found is that when I'm using it, I have to make sure that I square out the entire window so that it's truly a no detail scrubber. So not letting the top of the scrubber hit the top of the frame. So I take the scrubber and I curve it this direction for the top with the little S nub, and then on the side you have it at its normal angle to keep it clean on the corners. So I found that to truly be a no detail scrubber, you gotta round out the corners. You have to make sure the little nubs are hitting every corner. You don't want the top of the bar to be hitting the top of the frame. Oh, I shouldn't have gone this way. Anyway, the other thing I noticed is that if the scrubber is too wet, you know, and you get a little bit too much water when you're going back and forth, it will negate the no detail feature and kind of get water in that corner. You got to wipe it up anyway. So the way I was using it the last job, about 80% of the window is no detail, though on the corners and the bottom I still had to detail it because there's a little bit of over spray with the scrubber. But I could have just been a little bit too aggressive with it because like I said, I got it really wet because that window it evaporates really quickly. The door, it has like a weird door. I didn't film it, but the door has like a handle, so the scrubber doesn't fit in between. So that kind of door, you would still have to detail underneath the handle where water will get wet. So my final thoughts on the Sorbo S-Arm, that I find it useful for certain frames. It's really not going to be a go-to scrubber for me, unfortunately. So I guess if I were to rate it, I'd rate it like a 4 out of 5 for commercial windows. And I really didn't have any good use for it with residential windows because the frames are so thin that the little nubs on the side don't really help keep it at a 0 detail factor. So it is actually really an interesting concept, and I want to thank Sorbo for sending it over to me to give it a try. Another thought that I hadn't discussed in the original filming was he sent me his new rubber. And originally, I never really was a big fan of Sorbo's rubbers. I was normally more of a Black Diamond or an Unger rubber user. But his new rubbers are actually really nice. The area we live in is, it starts off kind of cool in the morning and it gets warmer in the daytime. So I think his rubbers might be more of a medium grade. They're not soft and it's not hard, so it's kind of a really nice in between. And I found that I'm using the rubber all week long. In this video, I have been using it for a couple days, and I'm actually still using the rubber almost 2 weeks on. So the new rubbers, I've become a fan of the new rubbers. In terms of the S-Arm though, I probably wouldn't use it for all applications. I kind of found myself subconsciously wanting to use the ends of the scrubber to, get gunk off the windows. So it's just with the S-Arm, you have to think a lot more when you're using it. So that's just my only thing about it. So it's, it's an interesting concept. And I think some of the things that could be improved with it are the thickness of the washer could be a little thinner so that you don't get any of that overlap with all the fine hair. That kind of creates a bit of an issue. Other than that, I really do like the concept of it. I think that some people will find it really useful. I think that there could be a little bit more added to the ends of the rubber, maybe a different material to kind of help keep that 0 detail feature. I'm not 100% sure, but I did like using it. It was quite interesting to use this week. And again, I want to thank Sorbo for sending that over. And I'll have some more reviews of different products down the road. The next one will be actually a Sorbo scraper, which I've heard some interesting things about that. And then down the line, I've been testing out the new Unger Stingray, and that'll be my next review. So thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and have a great day. Bye-bye.